Okay, my Young and the Restless fans, let's talk about today's episode. We see Chance and Sharon share a bond. We also see Elena and Abby bring Nate and Devon together. And then Ashley kisses Tucker. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS soaps, both the Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful. This is your Young and the Restless recap for December 26th. And without any further ado, let's talk about what went down in Genoa City today. So let's head over to Crimson Lights, where we see Chance arriving to volunteer his time. But Sharon says, you know what, you're too late. We already done. And he's sorry. So instead, she lets him help clean up as she tells him how gratifying it is to help others this time of the year. And then Sharon says that she video chatted with Faith earlier and isn't doing anything with family until later. And Sharon also tells him about the ultrasound photo Tessa and Mariah got and that they're closer to being adoptive parents. Now Chance is glad and they agree that they deserve all kind of happiness. And Sharon says that you do too, Chance. Now they have lunch together, and since he's quiet, she admits that she misses Ray a lot. And she calls last year precious but low key, and she keeps herself busy so that she doesn't miss him as much, and he understood that. So over at Devon's penthouse, we see Abby and Dominic find Elena and Nate outside their suite. Now they're talking about him enjoying Christmas morning and opening up some gifts. Now Elena and Nate just came from a walk in the snow, and Elena asks what Abby and Chance are up to. And she tells them about the divorce. Now Devon pokes his head in and invites Abby to come on in. Now once inside, Abby finishes opening gifts with Devon, and she asks him to thank Lily for the ones that she gave. Now Abby says that they saw Chance last night and thinks Devon lost sight of family since he barely looked at Nate. Now Devon doesn't like how suspicious Nate is about his breakup with Amanda, and Devon thinks that his cousin Nate is trying to find something to use against him, and he is insisting that he has not forgotten the meaning of the season. Now Abby wants him to put the past in the past and make up with Nate. Besides, what would Neil think about this? So now over at the Abbott mansion, Tracy and Ashley are talking to Jack about how cute Dominic was this morning. And the women discuss Abby's divorce, and Jack's mind is just elsewhere. Now they think it's cute that Summer and Kyle took Harrison on the Santa scouting mission. However, Ashley asks Jack what's keeping them. And Jack's not sure, but he's like, they'll be back today. However, Tracy is wondering if they're avoiding coming home since Diane is gone. Now, Jack assumes that they're having fun. He starts in on Stark's arrival, and then Tucker arrives in a Santa hat with a huge sack, and he has presents for everyone. However, Jack finds this all unnecessary. They have nothing for him, and Tucker laughs, and he said, I don't expect it. Now, Tracy thanks him, but says Dominic is gone, and he will see him later, according to Tucker, and asks if Ashley is free for lunch. And she said, you know what, I like that. And he gives Tracy a gift, and they rush out. We then see Tracy tell Jack how unsettled their family is right now, and Jack knows that he hasn't made things any better. They embrace, and Tracy goes upstairs for wine and a bath. So let's take a trip up to the Abbott cabin, where we see Summer, Kyle, Diane, and Harrison unwrapping gifts. Now Kyle asks Harrison to keep their trip to see Dee Dee quiet, and Diane thought that she'd be alone like usual. However, it is the greatest gift having them there, according to her. Now she takes Harrison to get ready to build a snowman. They get a carrot and a hat, and they need to find rocks for his eyes. Kyle and Harrison go outside. However, Summer says that they're family and supposed to be sticking together, and yet you're still keeping secrets. Now, Diane is very apologetic. She's sorry and feels for her because of who her mom is. It's a balance. Now, Summer says it is, but her mom has been out of bounds. And Diane is grateful. She admits to it. Now, Summer isn't going to be sharing information that will put anyone in jeopardy, but ask her not to put her husband, Kyle, in a position to choose his mom over his wife. And she understood that and she digged it. So later on, we see Kyle is warming his hands by the fire when Jack calls. Now they talk about Harrison building a snowman and that he's not sure when they're going home. Now everyone is out looking for pine cones. Hopefully they don't get hit on the head like Ridge did and get a whole new crazy epiphany. Now anywho, Jack updates his son on how Stark received the first installment of the cash, but Diane is still in danger. Diane then walks in and she's eavesdropping. And Harrison and Summer appear and Kyle privately tells his wife that his hopes that his mom could come home soon were dashed. However, later we hear Diane says that she has a bright idea on how to handle Jeremy Stark and that she's no longer afraid of him. So over at Nate and Elena's place, Nate cannot stop thinking about Abby and Devon. Now, he thinks that there's something that's possibly going on between the two of them. However, Elena says, whoa, you jump into a huge conclusion. Nate argues that Devon shut him down when he asked why he broke up with Amanda. And Elena says, because that's not none of your business. He's being negative the way he was when they broke up. And Elena even went on to say instead of focusing on how well they're doing, he's looking for a reason to call Devon a hypocrite. And she says that it's unhealthy and he needs to find a way to resolve the conflict. Then later we see Abby texting Elena to have a drink, the four of them. Elena asks if Devon knows, but she says not yet. Now she thinks that she can get him to agree to it. Elena likes that idea and it's worth a shot. They stop texting when Devon appears and she grins. So then Elena and Nate arrive at Devon and drink some wine. The women look at Devon's photos. They talk about the kids seeing Santa and that he lost it when they got up there. Now, Devon remembers a story Drew told him. When she was young, they used to make her and Olivia wear the same clothes. Now, Nate remembers that too, and they hated dressing alike. Now, Drew wanted to buy ballet slippers, and Olivia wanted a microscope. But they made them wear the cutesy dresses with big bows. Nate laughs as he says cutesy isn't a word he would call either of them. Now, Nate recalls them looking at those old photos together. Those photos became treasured memories, and Elena and Abby shoot each other a knowing look at the cousins for opening up and bonding them together. So now Ashley and Tucker arrive over at Society and it's closed. So she pulls out a key and let themselves in and they head straight to the kitchen and start cooking. Now he flirts with her. She calls him naughty. They flirting over the vegetables and he says that he was taught to be an apprentice chef. Now she comments about when did all this happen? Before or after the accident? And then she said, okay, what's next? He was like, lunch. And they eat and talk about his idea for a new business that would also involve Paris. Now, she admits that it's not totally unappealing, and he thinks he is fine-tuned with her. And she finds it interesting since sometimes she thinks she knows him and other times not at all. So finally, they made it back outside the Abbott mansion. Ashley and Tucker talk about the new company and his dream is to work side by side with her. And then he kisses her on the lips and leaves. And then inside, Ashley can see that Jack was spying and saw that kiss. Now, Jack thinks that she's making one mistake after the other. And she was like, oh, Jackie, you know what? Look, I know what I'm doing. Trust me. Yep, well, I don't know about you, Ashley. Maybe you do, but it looks like something else. Okay, so there you have it, your Young and the Restless recap for Monday, December 26, 2022. If you haven't checked out the Bold and the Beautiful recap also for today, it has been uploaded to the channel. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.